everybody? My name is Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from round 2 of the Malachor Galactic Qualifier, our second of 5 qualifiers leading up to the Galactic Championships later this year. Today we have Toby Nielsen versus Eric Nee, a battle of the Scum and the First Order. Today I'm joined by my good friends William Hagwood.
Hello everyone.
And James Ritter.
Hey guys.
Make sure to join this dynamic duo Wednesday nights on Gold Squadron Flight Club. All right, so my friends, I'm going to open up that Choose Your Champion betting, but first, we are playing Salvage Mission. A reminder, you can use an action starting on the second turn to pick up those crates. Every turn that you have them, you gain 1 point during the end phase. If you suffer a critical damage while carrying one of those crates, you are forced to jettison it. Also, you are unable to boost, barrel roll, decloak, or cloak while having those tokens, or not those tokens, excuse me, while you're holding a salvage. So looking forward to seeing who wins this game. Everybody at home, it's time for you to choose your champion. Break it down.
All right. Yeah, good. Your choice. Well, I chose the last one.
All right, check that music. But let's talk about this Scum and Villainy list. This has 2 of the new rogue class starfighters. Most notorious pilot for that ship is Cad Bane, flying his custom Xanadu Blood. Cad Bane has the ability to pass off red or orange tokens to the defender of an attack he shot, and it hit. This Cad Bane is equipped with Notorious, so if you shoot at him, you get strained. If you got him in his firing arc, he's got proton cannons, a new bullseye long-range attack with a built-in focus modifier. He's got chaff clouds, which is going to be all over the place this game, but basically a obstacle you can launch in this system phase. False transponder codes for jamming off target locks on him or jamming a target he locks. That Xanadu Blood title giving him a crew slot and a red cloak. And then that crew is Fen Rao. Basically, after a ship engages, it can clear a non-lock red token. There's a enemy ship in its front arc at range 1. So really interesting there to clear off like red tokens like stress from all the linked actions or the red cloak action. The other rogue class starfighter is Nam Lam, who's able to steal the initiative value of a enemy ship in its front arc. Potentially allowing it to never be initiative killed, as it always be the same initiative as a ship shooting at it. It's got crack shot, ion cannon, heavy laser cannon, a cloaking device, and engine upgrade. Now they don't actually have, weird thing about these rogue classes is that they don't have a white reposition naturally. They either have to get it through a lock or a linked or that red boost. So engine upgrade helping out there. The cloaking device we see already utilized can decloak in the system phase, but does have a chance to break. The rest of the squad there is a little mini swarm of M3A interceptors led by Sarah Sue, providing a reroll on defense for ships at range 0 to 1. Has swarm tactics, attractor beam, and crack shot, so it can bump up another pilot's initiative to shoot at 5. That pilot most likely going to be Sunny Bounder, equipped with tracer missiles and munitions failsafe. Sunny Bounder can add a matching result when they roll or re-roll dice, and they have the same result on each of them. So you roll 2 hits, you can add a 3rd hit. That last M3A is Leighton. Has the ability to gain free evade tokens after a defending or attacking an attack that missed. Has elusive and a heavy laser cannon for a 4-dice bullseye attack. So a lot of mixed arms here, a lot of different tech between the rogue classes. Both of them cloaked. Love to see both of the
that's crazy.
rogue class starfighters cloaked here in the beginning of the game. You don't normally get to see it. But James, what are they facing off against?
Yeah, we have the newer Boogeyman list. It definitely scares the heck out of me. It is the First Order flown by Eric Nee here. It is a pretty close pretty close variant of what we saw by Crispy flown during our last Galactic qualifier. It has leans into the Electrotrap missiles flown by Dread and Grudge in the TIE SEFO bomber. They both have the Skill Bombardier, Electrotrap missile, and the proximity mines. Grudge also has elusive and automated targeted priority. Both of these ships able to boost, then launch those Electrotrap missiles, or boost and drop the proximity mines, or the other way around if they want. So they're very versatile. They have a lot of different things that they can do, and they're very scary. You do not want to get one of those Electrotrap missiles dropped on you. Additionally, we have Malorus and Scorch here with the list as well. Malorus being able to get a Glitter Stem-like effect twice a game to convert all focus results to evades or hits, and bring in marksmanship and cluster missiles, able to double modify the first attack with cluster missile and then single modify the second attack. Very helpful against a swarm list. And Scorch also able to throw a 3-die baked attack from range 2 or 3 and a 4-die attack at range 1 with that ability to gain stress to roll an additional attack die. Also has Predator, Fanatical, and Advanced Optics for a very, very offensive Scorch. And to round out the list, the I would say the linchpin of the list, but I really think it's these bombers that are carrying this one. But it's Kylo Ren in the TIE modified Whisper, and he is bringing Malice, Instinctive Aim, Predator, Concussion Missiles, Advanced Optics, and the Enhanced Jamming Suite. So able to shoot those concussion missiles at without a lock using Instinctive Aim, and use Advanced Optics and the Force to get a pretty good chance at getting 3 hits, and also has Malice to get some Force back if needed.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will say in this list for the First Order, out of all the objectives, I feel like this is the one that you have to be cognizant of your choices the most. Those bombers, those FO bombers really aren't huge fans of picking up the crates. And Kylo really isn't either. But obviously you do it because you don't want to just give away points. And you can see right there, we just had Dread use an action to scoop up a box, which means that no more system phase boosting for that ship.
Yeah, that is pretty sad. I hate to see those bombers lose that ability. But a point is a point, and that's a regenerating point. Every round you get a point as long as you hold on to it.
Now, those M3A interceptors, I mean, they don't really mind. They don't boost. You might be sad once in a while with the barrel roll, but I think comparatively, you know, those ships are less affected by the penalty of holding a cargo token. And a reminder,
I agree.
Yeah, and a reminder to maybe any players who I know that the update to the rules isn't brand new, but remember, advanced maneuvers are allowed now while holding a crate. So they traded the no boosting and barrel rolling, cloaking, decloaking for the original changes, which was no advanced maneuvers.
I believe he can measure to either objective, right?
You measure range 0 to 1 from you.
Yeah.
And then choose an objective at range 0 to 1 of yourself.
Yeah, he can check the one behind him as well.
Let me jump in there real quick.
Just so that they're aware, because it is just a tow action, and you select a objective at range 0 to 1. Similar to like a coordinate, where you're just you're popping out that bubble.
Or just like a lock. You know, you look at everything in range and see what you want. Unfortunately, nothing available for what would be Scorch there to pick up.
Perfectly
just outside of range.
Perfectly outside of the bubble of both of those.
Yeah,
a little bit sad.
That's unfortunate.
All right, here's Commander.
Yeah, will Malachor attempt the lock here? Yep, going for the lock to get that cluster missile shot.
Yeah, not going to get the double cluster off on anybody, but a single cluster 3-die attack is pretty great.
So I do want to mention that Chaff Cloud, we did see an early Chaff Cloud launch from, that was Grudge, towards the formation of Seeks, though they cut in just shallow enough, I think, to avoid that completely.
Yeah, I think you are absolutely correct. And that's what I was kind of saying as we were starting to see the setup here, is that these bombers are deadly, are versatile, but they do require a fair amount of patience and practice to make sure that you really nail those Electro Chaff Cloud missiles.
Yeah, and Scum, I think, recognized that they really slow played, stayed in their deployment zone for an extra round before now engaging the center here with the rest of the ships.
Yeah.
To not overextend themselves and fall into that trap.
Yeah, so with one of those Chaff Clouds already out from the FO, they're not going to be in a great position to follow up either, with Dread being kind of out of the fight here, especially with that crate not allowing him to boost.
Yeah, really only has the option to hard turn in next round.
All right, looks like we got a range 3 shot.
Could be a danger later in the game, though.
No, that's Namlam stealing and the initiative of Grudge. He's cloaked currently.
He's cloaked.
No shot.
Yeah, does count as a disarm token.
Nom 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 nom. That's what he does. Eats up your initiative. I see we have some questions in the chat about how does cloaking work in terms of the salvage mission. I know that doesn't apply in this one. I don't think
we got cloaks here.
Okay, technically we have cloaks. So if you are cloaked and you use your action to scoop up a crate, you just lose the cloak token without being able to decloak. But here we go. We're into action. We got a cluster missile shot here into Cad Bane. Hit, crit. Single evade, that means 2 shields down in our first engagement there. I just saw a charge trigger. Was that Notorious?
Was Notorious.
Gonna hand out a strain to that Malachor now as well. Don't think we'll see too many follow-up shots to take advantage of that strain, but a good habit to utilize your cards.
Sarasuit reaching out and barely touching Grudge there.
It is obstructed. Hit focus for the first shot. Spend the lock. on the focus. Got
Gets it.
2 hits. And got the evades. Yeah, the defense, the lack of defensiveness on those FO bombers are the weakness in this squad. If you can burn them down early, makes a big difference. But that's how you use that chaff to cover. Next shot coming from Leighton, blank focus. And that's going to be safe.
Yep, Lion shooting at initiative 5 here because of swarm tactics.
Looks like
Scorch for the 4s. Going to be just out to move on to Cad Bane. Taking a range 1. We got a crack shot or primary or anything like that fancy going on here?
No. Nothing fancy here.
1 hit,
Well,
2
should have-
evades, shrugged it off.
Yep, we should have seen a Fen round crew trigger.
Was
able
it-
to
what is that
remove,
ability?
Is able to remove a non-lock red token when you engage and there's a friendly an enemy at range 1 of you in your front arc.
Ooh, yeah,
So
that could
kind
have
of
been
like
big.
Fearless.
Yeah.
I think he missed that trigger.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, Cad Bane's heading forward as well. Now, I mean, there is the benefit, though, too, that if you don't clear that stress, you could pass it off with Cad Bane's ability. So I might have been looking for the attack to hit there.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
I think we just saw a crit hit here onto Cad Bane. What's the crit? What do we get?
Wounded pilot. Ugh. Not great for a ship that likes to reposition.
So FO bombers starting strong. Grudge able to deal that crit damage. Cad Bane down to 4 hull.
Yeah, we'll see the other Notorious trigger.
I don't think we did. Maybe he wants to keep it for next round.
Yep, it does only recur once. One of its 2 charges each round. So it makes sense to me.
All right. I think that's going to be the only shots we have this round after Sunny missed her shot.
And then we're going to go ahead and rack up some points at the end of the turn. Looks like we have 2 points additional on the first order side. And 1... Yes, 1 on the Scum side. There it is.
All right.
Very good.
So first order takes a little bit of an early lead and an early, like an early command as well. Being able to get some pretty nice damage onto Cad Bane basically for free. Missing that Electrotrap Cloud could be detrimental later in the game, but we'll see how Cad Bane's Electrotrap Cloud goes out.
What was that roll for? What did we just...
That's cloaking device.
Yeah.
Aha.
Rolled an eyeball, so we'll have to try to decloak or discard his cloak token. He's going
he
to
failed.
opt to
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
still
weird.
not. It's still worded very weird that you can fail that, and as a result, not lose your cloak token.
Yeah. Which is pretty easy to do because, like, if you look in 3 directions, you're probably going to hit a rock in one of the 3 directions.
Find something.
Right. So that's interesting, though. I had the option just to remove the cloak, though, to just, like, we'll say 1 forward or something like that. But we're going to see the probably the decloak forward then, and maybe come in for a blocking position on Scorch and Kylo.
And can we take a second and explain to our audience, how did Cad Bane get a cloak token? Where'd it come from?
He got it from the Xanadu Blood title, giving him the red cloak action.
Mm-hmm.
And Nam Lam got his cloak token from the cloaking device. Illicit.
There it is. Now, looking at the board, I know one of the things that these FO bombers are the best at is getting that system phase boost and dropping the platypus on somebody. That beaver tail, the special pizza delivery. Does the boost to the left, visual right, fit for that FO bomber, or is it just clipping because of the distance away from CAD?
I think it is.
I think it clips.
Yeah, it's too close. You have to be more than halfway. There's like that center hash mark, and that hash mark needs to be on the outside of a ship for you to fit your boost.
Yep. If you have a gap, if you're kissing, it's
no
you
problem,
just
but
easy peasy. Yes, it's when that
can,
awkward gap.
You can drop it anyway, and see if Cad Bane goes over it.
Oh, but do you risk it? You got Malris behind you.
Let's take a look at that Cad Bane dial. Do you normally see these ships stressed a lot because of all their linked actions? Looks like we got, 1 bank, 2 bank, 2 through 4 forward.
Yeah, and we may see him launch his chaff missile this turn. So.
Oh, definitely going to be launching that chaff.
So can launch that chaff missile using the 4 straight, and then 1 bank towards the middle of the board.
Yeah, I guess I never realized they don't have a 1 forward.
At all?
Nope.
Oof, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asking what's in front of Malris. I'm not sure if you're referring to the thing front left of the ship. That is a cargo token. Cargo token available for either of the players to use an action to scoop it up and gain points during the end phase each turn. Or the ship right in front, which is a friendly ship. It's the TIE. We call it the FO bomber. I think the technical term is the TIE SE. Is it
SE?
Bomber. Speaking of bombers, they're coming back. The Imperial bombers.
Bomber.
I'm excited to see the return, because there have definitely been moments where, like, man, I could really use nimble bomber right now. That ship ability.
Yeah. Or any kind of useful bomber in the in standard for the Empire.
Yeah, they don't really have a munitions platform or a bombing platform. I mean, you have the strikers. Strikers, yeah, and I guess technically there's a couple ships who shoot munitions, but nothing dedicated like the bomber, at least.
I think the TIE bombers are going to come out hard. They're going to be priced aggressively. Plenty of slots, all the slots. You just open them up. Say, welcome back home.
Ooh, it does
fit. Money. You
Hey.
try it because it's free, baby.
Yeah, you gotta drop it. Got to drop.
Yeah.
Oh, Snoop. I can hear Snoop right now. Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, that is pretty sad. Pretty sad for the old Cad Bane.
Sad Cad.
Sad Cad.
Sad Cad bad.
Yeah, that's yeah, drop it on the template a little more. There we go. So I mean, it's evident it's happening.
There's no avoiding that.
But
no.
Cad has the decloak, doesn't he?
No,
No,
he
he decloaked
decloaked
already.
last round.
Oh, you
Yep,
right.
to avoid the chaff cloud.
You right. You right.
Now that proxy mine will give him an automatic damage, and it'll make him roll 2 dice, taking hits or crits. But that is grudge to drop to that proxy mine, and is able to make a device that detonated reroll up to 1 of the dice. So the equivalent of basically 1 guaranteed damage and 3 potential chances at damage. Should average out to an easy 2 guaranteed.
Hold on. There's a false transponder code trigger here.
What?
Commander Malorus did lock and shot the cluster missile. I would rule it as.
Yeah, Dion, what do you want to do? You want to roll back all those attacks?
What? Like what got missed? How far?
So they
False transponders.
the false transponders and that cluster missile shot. Do you want to redo the shot, or do you want to just burn the false transponder code, lock, and move on?
I mean, I feel like rollback is the only correct.
No, I think you just burn the lock and just let the shot happen.
So false transponders on CAD.
Yeah.
Yes.
And was
It
going.
breaks Malorus's lock, which is still sitting there.
Yeah.
4 dice. Boom. I mean, dials have been.
Because it would have been 2 dice versus 3 dice.
No, they're 2 on 2. It was ranged 2 attack.
Well, yeah, but it was he used 3 dice with the cluster versus 2 dice. With
Oh,
the
I see what
perimeter.
you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, just have them redo the attack. Just the one attack.
Okay. All right.
But there was a second attack after that dealt a crit, though.
Well, let's one step at a time.
All right, single hit.
And the crit.
So it takes 1 damage from this attack instead of taking 2 damage from the cluster, which would revert the crit that went through as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And that is an official warning for both players.
Yep. Remember your triggers. There's a lot on Cad Bane.
Yep.
There's a lot.
There's a lot going on there for sure.
Both these lists do have quite the spread of upgrades on most of their ships. So it's understandable, but you try your best.
And there's the chaff saying, you brought chaff, I bring chaff. Got to drop it on the tip a little farther. You did it.
So now remember, those do come in with a fuse token, and we see the other one did remove its fuse during the in phase. Those are temporary
2
obstacles. Yeah, unlike rigged cargo chute and the spare parts canister.
Yep.
That actually stay the rest of the game.
I know that people aren't really playing Rig Cargo Shoot, but I would bet that if Rig Cargo came out now, that it would have a similar mechanic.
I mean, remember when everyone was like, "Oh no, you shouldn't be able to trajectory simulate mines," because that would be too good.
Right.
I feel like Chaff Cloud is just that trajectory simulating a rigged cargo chute.
Yeah.
True.
It's actually, I think it's better.
It's a little bit better.
It's a little bit better. It looks good on the FO chassis, of course. They do it the best. But yeah, it's very good. I can't believe that they allow that Chaff Cloud on a 4-point chassis. Very
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah. I think we were talking the other day. I
They
think
need to limit 5-point chassis
yeah,
only.
5-point chassis. Yeah,
Whatever that takes. They
but
got so
you
many
can only bring
levers.
2 in a list because they're double pipped. But still, it's
So that's going to cost you 10 points. Going to cost you half your list to bring 2 of them,
yeah.
which I
I
think
think
would
that's pretty
be
fair.
probably fair. They're very powerful. Like they don't seem as crazy. Like if you see a fire spray that has one, you're like, oh, okay, well that thing has a bunch of crazy upgrades.
Yeah, because then
right?
you get Kylo in an SF instead of 2 FOs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had to make harder decisions here. So
All right. Well, we see Dread making some moves here. Remember, no system phase boosting over there because he's currently carrying a cargo. Takes a focus. Trying to get into the scrum. And a 5 straight zoomy zoom from Leighton Ashara. Looks like the plan is to go full send into Kylo, possibly, guys?
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Or Scorch.
Yeah, Leighton does have that heavy laser cannon set up.
Yeah.
So if you can get that block with, say, Nam Lam, you could potentially disrupt a lot here. Speaking of being disrupted,
Ugh. Yeah.
we see Grudge. Now, Grudge, interestingly, measures to the mine and not the ship that detonated it.
Yeah.
So we
he
see
gets to
here.
re-roll one of those dice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're double checking. Is it the ship or is it the mine? And it is the mine.
Yeah. 'Cause I think Cad Bane was outside of range 2, but the mine is inside range 2.
Mm-hmm. So we saw the automatic damage card come down. Gonna roll 2 dice. Got an eye. So we're gonna see a reroll. Should see a reroll. There it is. Got the hit. So another damage on Cad, taking him down to just 3 remaining.
It does get an action, though.
Yeah, gonna focus up. Hope just to block Commander Malorus here. See if Scorch is blocked.
Oh,
no! Scorch goes on top of the Electro-Chaff cloud.
Bam.
So
A chaff for a chaff, guys. A chaff for a chaff.
yeah. They're gonna need some ointment after all the chaffening. So these chaff clouds, you break all your when you move through or overlap them, you break all your locks, you receive a jam, and you roll a 50-50 chance for a stress token. Now, the extra penalty is that if you overlap any obstacle, including the chaff cloud, you will skip your perform action step. So even if you had to wait to take actions while stressed, you couldn't do it because of that.
And one
added bonus. Oh, go ahead.
gonna finish. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the only salvation from the oppression of these chaff clouds is that if you start your turn at range 0, like Scorches, as long as you do not overlap it with your maneuver next turn, you will negate the penalties for it. So it won't hit you twice. Someone called it what? Double jeopardy? You can't catch you with that double jeopardy. Obstacles can only catch you once.
Hello. Ooh. I think you got it. You got a bear roll here.
Yeah, you got to get out. There's too many shots there.
Oh,
A common mistake I am seeing that I want to make sure that we're educating is you can shoot while on top of an electro chaff cloud, because the ruling there for being unable to shoot on an obstacle is a specific list of obstacles, and that's asteroids, debris, or gas clouds, of which chaff cloud is none of those. So just an important distinction there.
Yeah, that would be extremely good if you could drop a rigged cargo or shoot a chaff cloud and prevent someone from shooting as well.
Yeah, the only obstacles that prevent you from shooting are the 3 primary: obstacle, debris, or gas cloud.
right, looks like it's party time.
All right, we see Sarasu dinging Lighten here as the Swarm Tactics receiver. Should still have a heavy laser cannon on Kylo.
Oh, he did, yeah.
I'm
Looks
anticipating
like it's
that shot.
unobstructed, too. This is going to be a tractor beam from Sarasu.
Money.
Tractor beam.
2 hits.
And there's a jammed ship in the arc. Gets his 3 dice.
Oh, true.
But is it in the... If it's the attack arc... Oh, no, but that's the tractor beam.
Yep, so that's...
Yeah, jammed ship in the attack arc.
All right,
Yep.
It has to make a choice here.
I think you...
I mean, you
have to
spend the
spend
tokens,
your
right?
focus. Yeah. Yeah, you cannot put tractor it here. Not before a heavy laser cannon. Could potentially be 4 on 1. No, don't want that.
I would not like that, Sam I am.
All right, so you got rid of the focus. Now, Kylo still does have the force available.
Ooh, it is showing closest line is obstructed.
Hit it, crit coming in. Just hits, of course, because of heavy laser cannon. Games.
Wait, what are we holding on? James pumping the brakes here. I might be asking him to spawn just the arc here to check if there's a jammed target for Scorch. There is no jammed target.
In the attack arc. In the attack arc, there's no obstruction.
No obstruction in the bullseye.
Yeah,
that's true. It was measuring the full front arc before, which was looking for the closest point. So that's going to be
a guaranteed
big difference
damage
there. So only 2, kept the focus, so no additional dice at all for Kylo.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, because it wasn't obstructed. Yeah, it wasn't obstructed, and the bullseye arc is only the bullseye. So.
Yep.
And make sure to spawn the exact arc that you're firing.
Yeah.
So that's Kylo taking 2 damage there.
Yeah.
Rolls blank focus.
Yeah, I know most people just like skip over like, oh, I'm shooting with the bullseye. Obviously, I have a bullseye, but it is important to spawn the arc you're shooting with, just to make sure that if there's a chance it could be obstructed, to see if it is or not.
All right, here we go.
We're going on to Malorus, who might start to see the Sarasu rerolls. Both these M3As spent their tokens on offense.
I don't think Lighten did.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I do see it here underneath the firing arc. That's right. So we're going to go into Sarasu, though, to try to stop those extra rerolls.
Yeah. You do not want those rerolls hanging around.
It's a 3 dice attack. Trail mix with a crit. Spend for 2. Hit crit. And Sarasu reroll nothing, no tokens. So that's going to be 2.
Ooh, that's not great.
Yeah, crit coming down.
What do we get? Damage engine.
Ugh.
Not great. I mean, already those M3As like to make those hard turns. That's their fastest way to get around.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be doing any hard turns in the future, because I think we should see a 5K or something right here. So probably won't see anything crazy.
Yep. I mean, we'll have to survive against a dread attack, but not before Kylo and Scorch here.
Let's see, a concussion missile here with instinctive aim. He's only down to 1 force and no focus.
So this is a pretty big gambit here.
Okay.
Max 2 damage.
Malice. Oh, he did not malice. There he goes, malice. Use malice.
Yeah, like wait. Yeah, exactly. Slow it down. Slow it
tasty
down.
Crits.
Oh,
and
no.
with the obstruction. just
crit.
dies at initiative.
No, he still has
5.
one more.
So there's one more. Panic pilot.
And it's a pilot though.
So that means
Ooh.
Kylo's going to get a force back due to the malice trigger.
I would get 2 force backs for the pilot crit.
Oh, Kylo couldn't bear roll earlier because he has one of the crates.
Yes.
His hand was forced. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
Forced, I like
it was a concussion missile, right? We
It was
need
a concussion, yeah.
concussion flip.
Oh no! All right, hold on. Yeah, let me jump in there real quick. Oh no! Can you grab that judge call, Will?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Yep. So we'll get that spun up here in a second. So they're going to go ahead and flip from the original 2. And it is a weapons failure. Sith Taker Sim says it's the main reason you fire concussion. I don't think that's the main. I think the main reason you bring concussion is to have a 3-dice gun. But when that works out for you, it's a nice one. And due to that weapons failure, a 1-die primary here coming in just a focus. Sad Cad. Sad Cad feeling bad.
That is pretty sad. That is a very unfortunate CAD game today.
All right. Well, let's see if Scorch can put Cad away. 2 hits and spend the focus. Not yet. Not a kill shot. All right, but let's see if Dread can do it from downtown. Single crit.
1 crit.
And that's safe.
You can notorious this one though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to have Sunny Bounder switching. Range 1 into Kylo. Three on 3 due to no green token on Sunny. Double focus, out of focus. Oh, no, it was 2.
One out of the box.
Yep. There it is. Now you get to add your 4th focus, but you have no token, so that's fun. You did it. Yes.
Yeah.
You triggered the ability.
That's the moral victory.
Grimwolf03 asking, have I expanded my coffee palette lately? I'm going to give you a strong nope. I mean, I guess technically at this point I've had like a few different types of coffee, but I put chocolate in all of them, and it doesn't really taste like coffee anymore. It's it tastes more like a hot chocolate with a mocha aftertaste. Different mocha aftertastes. And with the scoring at the end phase, we're at a score. What is that? They're racking it up now. 4-3. Oh man, but there are Eric is on the precipice of getting 5 points from Cad Bane. Though of course Kylo did lose shields. Big Punch could net Toby 6 points.
Dion, for shame.
And that's why the emote exists. Sorry, it wasn't there.
I know your camera reset. I know.
Oh, to get the dingus, I missed it.
Yeah.
It was right on top of Namlam.
I edited a 2.5 or a game and a half with that dingus symbol there.
Dude, that event was stressful. Okay.
I totally understand. I tried to mask it, and it didn't have any solution for it. So what can you do? What's my go-to tea? Oh man, it's Arnold Palmer's. I didn't like the strawberry ones at first, but now I am in on the Arnold Palmer's. Not the alcoholic ones, just the regular Arizona tea ones.
Oh man, I had the strawberry one for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Not bad.
That's
Not
pretty
bad.
good. It's tasty.
I was disappointed that I had to buy it versus I do not like the Southern tea one. Too sweet.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree.
It's starting to get light outside. It looks beautiful. Early in the morning.
We just lost Eric.
Oh.
All right. Well, while we wait for Eric, we can let you know that this round and all of our rounds brought to you by our amazing Gold Squadron patrons. If you want to become a part of our largest group of supporters, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. Thank you so much for everybody who has supported. And a reminder, Q2 and Q3 swag being shipped out here as we speak. And they will be together in one package.
Well, I am terrified of this 2-bank chaff missile. I am terrified in my
Dread?
bones. I'm terrified.
Dread could actually take the rarely seen 3 forward chaff cloud and maybe try to hit all 3 of those M3As.
I was going to see if you can hit Nam Lum.
Tasty.
Because if you hit Nam Lum and he tries to do his K, he just goes straight. Yeah, because I think you'll hit Sarasu, Sunny, and Nam Lum with the 2-bank.
Yeah, now from the calculations we've done, if you do launch it at a 2-bank, you will hit it if you go forward. So you have to either go really fast to skip over it. So there's not going to be a lot of room for him to maneuver with all those ships.
Talking about maneuvering, what is the actual dial for these guys?
What dial? The rogue class?
No, for Dread.
Oh,
you got all the options. You got all the options.
Yeah, you got 1 forward. That's the best.
True.
Best maneuver in the game.
Yeah, I mean, there are some I1s in front of you, so maybe you could 1-bank, depending on what you're doing with that shaft cloud or not.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I do not want to see that shaft cloud go down on the 2-bank.
And a quick reminder, the yellow FO bomber Dread is unable to boost because it's currently carrying some cargo. So boost disabled.
Yeah, it's okay. He held on to it for long enough here that it's still going to make a big impact.
Yeah, he's almost paid for himself. He's paid for half of himself.
Now, here's a question for you guys. Have you seen a game where someone, since the newest update, where someone has chosen to jettison for, they've chosen to jettison cargo because they knew that they needed a boost or barrel roll or a cloak the following turn?
I have.
You have? I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen someone do it. Yeah.
I have on because I had my OB Ada pick one up early, and I carried around for like 2 or 3 rounds. But during the end phase, before scoring, I had to drop it because I was like, I need to do some fancy maneuvering, and he did not expect it, so it was actually a pretty great move.
Did you win the game?
I did win, yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't like already like in a great position.
We're having trouble with Eric.
Yeah.
Is that timer based off our?
That's the global
round. The global timer.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he in his voice room?
Yeah, he's trying to connect right now. He can get in, but sometimes it won't let it load all the way up.
All right, cool. Let's give him a sec. And with the scoring at the end phase, we are at a score. What is that? They're racking it up now. 4-3. Oh man, but there are Eric is on the precipice of getting 5 points from Cad Bane. Though of course Kylo did lose shields. Big punch could net Toby 6 points.
Dion, for shame.
And that's why the emote exists. Sorry, it wasn't there.
I know your camera reset. I know.
Oh, did you get the dingus? I missed it.
Yeah.
It was right on top of Namlam.
I edited a 2.5 a game and a half with that dingus symbol there.
Dude, that event was stressful. Okay.
I totally understand. I tried to mask it, and it didn't have any solution for it. So, what can you do? What's my go-to tea? Oh man, it's Arnold Palmer's. I didn't like the strawberry ones at first, but now I am in on the Arnold Palmer's. Not the alcoholic ones, just the regular Arizona tea ones.
Oh man, I had the strawberry one for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Not bad.
That's
Not
pretty
bad.
good. It's tasty.
I was disappointed that I had to buy it versus I do not like the Southern tea one. Too sweet.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree.
It's starting to get light outside. It looks beautiful. Early in the morning.
We just lost Eric.
Oh.
All right. Well, while we wait for Eric, we can let you know that this round and all of our rounds brought to you by our amazing Gold Squadron patrons. If you want to become a part of our largest group of supporters, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. Thank you so much for everybody who has supported. And a reminder, Q2 and Q3 swag being shipped out here as we speak. And they will be together in one package.
Well, I am terrified of this 2-bank chaff missile. I am terrified in my
red
bones. I'm terrified.
Dread could actually take the rarely seen 3 forward chaff cloud and maybe try to hit all 3 of those M3As.
Oh, I was going to see if you can hit Nom Lum.
Tasty.
Because if you hit Nom Lum and he tries to do his K, he just goes straight.
Mm.
Yeah, because I think you'll hit Sarasu, Sunny, and Nom Lum with the 2 bank.
Yeah, now from the calculations we've done, if you do launch it at a 2 bank, you will hit it if you go forward. So you have to either go really fast to skip over it. So there's not going to be a lot of room for him to maneuver with all those ships.
Talking about maneuvering, what is the actual dial for these guys?
What dial? The rogue class?
No, the for Dread.
Oh,
I mean, you got all the options. You got all the options.
Yeah, you got 1 forward. That's the best.
True.
Best maneuver in the game.
Yeah, I mean, there are some I-1s in front of you, so maybe you could 1 bank, depending on what you're doing with that shaft cloud or not.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I do not want to see that shaft cloud go down on the 2 bank.
And a quick reminder, the yellow FO bomber Dread is unable to boost because it's currently carrying some cargo. So boost disabled.
Yeah, it's okay. He held on to it for long enough here that it's still going to make a big impact.
Yeah, he's almost paid for himself. He's paid for half of himself.
Now, here's a question for you guys. Have you seen a game where someone, since the newest update, where someone has chosen to jettison for, they've chosen to jettison cargo because they knew that they needed a boost or barrel roll or a cloak the following turn?
I have.
You have? I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen someone do it, yeah.
I have on because I had my OB Ada pick one up early, and I carried around for like 2 or 3 rounds. But during the end phase, before scoring, I had to drop it because I was like, I need to do some fancy maneuvering, and he did not expect it, so it was actually a pretty great move.
Did you win the game?
I did win, yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't already in a great position.
We're having trouble with Eric.
Yeah.
Is that timer based off our?
That's the global
round. The global timer.
Yeah.
Okay. But is he in his voice room?
Yeah, he's trying to connect right now. He can get in, but sometimes it won't let it load all the way up.
All right, cool. Let's give him a sec. All right. Oof. All right. So it seems like it's not a.
Yeah, I got disconnected now.
Okay. So this is something that happens. Oh yeah, big crash, big boom. Now, while we're waiting to get this fixed, can you, James, explain? Oh, did I lose internet completely? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. The stream is down.
It just spun back up. Yeah, it looks like I just lost internet connectivity for a second there. Weird. All right. Well, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Create. And
Yeah, James, as a note, you did mean that you dropped it after Obi-Wan moved, right?
So I think I thought you drop it. Did you drop it in the end phase or after you move?
Immediately after you move.
That's what I meant. Yeah. So after you move, yeah. And then I dropped it, and then, but he thought that Obi-Wan's going to be a lot less maneuverable, like going forward in the game.
Okay.
And I did some crazy moves after that.
There you go. I mean, you still were right that it's before scoring.
Yeah. It was when Salvage first came out, and I was still doing a lot of like testing. Worth dropping this, and it's usually not.
No, points are good, dude.
Points
I
are
don't know if
good.
you heard.
Points are overrated. All right, we should be up and running here in a sec. Man, this is what happens when you, I mean, I wonder if, like, AT&T had, like, a 7 a.m., like, server restart or something. It's like, oh, scheduled maintenance.
That sounds about right.
All right. Let's go ahead switch to this camera.
As long as it's not Spectrum. Tell ya.
Sorry to break the illusion, everybody. There we go. All right. We're back. We're back on it. Excellent. Back up and running. So somebody's asking here, actor after activation is after perform action, right? So, yeah. So it depends if you're talking about the phase or if you're talking about an individual ship. So if a ship says after it activates or something like that, or after you activate, that would be after your action. The Great Hand has been moved. All right, here we go. All right, Grudge.
Oh man, he's not gonna drop the chaff cloud. Wow.
No, he's got to do. He's got to do Grudge first.
No, he said he's not.
Oh,
He
okay.
decided. He made a choice.
Yeah.
And now I'm taking the Talon roll.
And Sonny Bowden found a gap in there. By the time he moves next round, that chaff cloud will have dissipated.
That's such a good word. I was thinking the same word, Will. Dissipated.
It'd be gone.
All right, that bomber comes around the asteroid.
Yeah, man. I think that's a huge missed opportunity there for not dropping that shaft cloud.
Leighton taking the K turn. I mean, because you could have set up some potential stress maneuvers, right? Which is a thing that can happen with those chaff clouds. I know that there was some confusion at first, like saying, wait a second, you could stress people and force them to do a 2-wide straight if they do a red move on their dial? Yeah. Yeah, you can. So you're allowing those scummy scums to get in position.
Eric dropped out again, unfortunately.
Oh, man. I hope it's...
Might have just James puppeteer his ships for this activation. And hopefully he can come back in.
Cool. We have contingency plans.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Well, this is a close game, though. So I want to make sure we can get a resolution for it. A couple. I mean, the first order I think has a pretty clear win condition. It's take cat off the board.
Yep.
The scum, not so much. Only really got shields off of Kylo. No real clear target to focus their attack power onto.
Oh, and Cad Bane overlapping here, not be able to finish that maneuver.
Yep, he's going to stay back and just just purposely bump into Malachor in hopes that Malachor will fly past him.
Please land in my arc. And that Cad Bane is currently double stressed.
All right, so then we're going to see, this should be Scorch, Initiative 4. So we'll ignore that chaff cloud because it started their activation at range 0 of that obstacle. So we'll ignore it, though that Scorch is still stressed, though.
Yeah, so not able to scoop up that box.
No box. Can't barrel roll out of the way of that asteroid. We'll have a good shot on the bomber, but can't use the Scorch ability to get that 4th dice. And look at all those red maneuvers. Big K turns here from the scum, getting into a great position behind these bombers, or the first order in general, I guess. Malachor had the same idea, just hard 1 turns into Cad Bane.
Let's quiche. And I think Malachor is going to be able to get a shot, while Cad Bane will not be able to return. It has dread, but won't be able to exchange shots with Malachor at least.
Right. Kylo sneaks out of there. No template touches it.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh. Just grazes that chaff cloud and is able to do the first rotate. Going to potentially shoot into Cad Bane to finish him off if Malachor and Dread doesn't think he'll be able to do it. We're seeing a couple dinging here. I think this is going to be swarm tactics onto Sunny Bounder.
Swarm it up. I will say, I'm still not convinced that Sunny Bounder is the right choice. I understand people's like, oh, but the potential. Like, yeah, but how about the consistency? All right.
Yeah.
Hit crit crit. Coming in from Sarasu. Money. Dread is taking all of that. They
all
are
those
tractors.
Tractor tokens. Yep. Yeah, that's going to line up now. Namlam, who stole Dread's initiative, does have a beautiful heavy laser cannon lined up.
That's going to be a 4-on-1.
All right, let's see. Sunny attack range 1 here.
Spend focus for
Gonna
2.
spin the focus. Got the force. No problem.
Kylo has some choices to make now. Has that concussion missile option to fire out the back.
Yeah,
And
I think we are.
that's
We're
where
going to see
get
the
it.
instinctive aim.
Another instinctive aim with only 1 modifier. Oh, no, you have 2. You have optics and the
Optics
force.
and malice. Or malice. Ooh, gonna take that back.
So doesn't want the 2 hits.
No, not gonna be worth it, doesn't think. Tempting.
Yeah.
You don't have any more shots.
No, he's
coming
going
in
for
now,
it. He's going for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't got any more shots.
He's spending the focus for 2. And there you go. You got some there. You got 2 on CAD, and that's going to be enough to take him off the board. For real this time.
There you go. You got proxy mind, and then just stuck back here in all of the first order arcs. Eventually takes them down.
3-9. Eric with a commanding lead.
We'll see if this is a proton cannon, so it can only be shot every other turn. You gotta spend both charges and of 1 recurring, and it does have an eyeball to crit modification, which we see here.
And safe. Leighton probably going to be taking that same shot at Grudge.
I was describing proton cannon. I apologize. That's a heavy laser cannon on Namlam.
No worries, no worries. Only a single. No, this is primary. Hit crit looking at Dread. And both of those are going in. Dread has taken shield damage before, so these cards, or that crit will be face up. We will find out what the crit is here in a moment.
No, I think Dread was full up. I think someone just quick draw the shields off of it.
Oh, okay, they were just super fast. All right, never mind.
I don't think anybody else shot at him. So, yeah, I don't see any more damage cards coming down. So it makes sense to me. We're going to move on to initiative 2 then. Grudge got plenty of shots around here. Now, Sarasu is only 2 away from giving up points, so it could be the next target. They all have Sarasu rerolls, so it's kind of all shooting the same ship.
All right, here comes Crutch. Single hit. A shot.
No problem.
Not
2
gonna do
evades.
anything.
Even got the reroll to evade.
Oh,
Just showing, yeah.
The BM evades.
I don't think anybody's left to fire because the I-1s have already shot. So I guess we're going on to points.
Did we Dread took a crit, right? It was hit crit. No, it was a heavy laser cannon.
No, it got dodged, I thought.
The follow up one though, the one that did.
Oh, I thought you just lost his shields then and there.
Yeah, but he should lose the crate.
The crate. Good call. That was from Lighten.
So that means the FO should only be getting 1, not 2 there.
Exactly. Yeah, remember, if you suffer a crit even on the shields, you do have to jettison your cash.
All right, they got it.
Yeah, just spawn a range 1 bubble from.
Yep, HC Wood. It was not the HLC. It was actually Lighten's primary shot, which is what caused the crate to be jettisoned here. Mm-hmm. And we see this situation where your opponent will place the crate at range 0 to 1. Anytime you're destroyed, suffer a crit, or what we learned was
flee the scene.
End of activation. Also, if you go into reserve, that question came up as well. If you go into reserve, you jettison your cash from the last position on the board.
Yeah, of course it was Marcel who asked. It's like, what if I do some ridiculous things? What happens? All right, what's the points come out to? 5 to 10. Let's see.
Yeah, Cad Bane taking the Eternal Nap, giving up a lot of points there for the Scum team.
You know what this does open up for Dread is the boost right drop, maybe?
True. Yeah, maybe drop a proxy mine right on top of Sarasu. No, that'd be too far away.
Double focus, and there we go. Crits rolled by Eric. Means he's going to be the first player. Got some choices to make. We did just have the official time in the round. A reminder, we will have a lunch break after the following round, not this one, after round 3. Zimzode in the chat. Asking. Are saying, I like the challenge of trying to avoid the FO bomber bombs. Yeah, I mean, it is... it is a challenge, you know. You got to be real cagey. And for some,
you need a lot of practice, I think.
And for some slower ships, it's like near impossible because how fast those FO bombers can really encroach on you with that pursuit, those pursuit boosters.
I think this list being in the field, you have to prepare for it. You have to have an answer for it in your list. Like, what are you gonna?
Those turn to chaff clouds. If you don't understand what's happening, you could walk right into it and not even realize it.
All right, and we did just see Namlam eat some bomb. It's gonna take a total of 2 damage. So shields are down. 1 from the roll, 1 from the auto damage.
Oh, yeah. James catching the crate boost here, the toe boost. Not allowed. No repositions. And you got those special toe markers. I know. It's so instinctive, though. I want to move fast.
You want to go? I want to go zoom. You can't. You got a big box strapped to your ship.
No, yeah. You cannot, unfortunately.
And Grudge keeping it simple with a 1 forward. And Dread does end up overlapping that rock, so that's going to be an auto damage plus a roll. Will we get both shields? No, just the 1.
I think he took it off of Dread accidentally. Or he took it off of Grudge instead of Dread.
Ah, yes.
Dread should get a face down damage card.
And Leighton does end up bumping there after doing the 1 turn. I think trying to keep pressure on Kylo.
I'm just going to have to keep the stress here. I mean, Kylo's the way to come back from this because he is worth 6 points. Oh, no. Scorch also going over an obstacle here.
Hey, maybe if the FO player is just going to give you points, that's fine. But that's going to be 2 damage to Scorch. Shield on a card. And James hitting an asteroid by by missing that mute button.
Yep, I did. Sorry. That's on me.
Okay, now Scorch, because he did pass the asteroid, is able to do a action and chooses to tow and scoop up that crate. Two right turn, gonna clear the stress here for Malrus. Setting up that target lock on Namlan. Kylo looks like he's trying to set up a another back arc concussion missile. Kind of has that feel. We'll see where the lock goes, if the lock goes down. Only having a single force though does feel bad because you don't have a focus out there for optics.
Yeah, I think focus is the right call here, but he is going for that lock on Sarasu. Yeah, I had a feeling that he dialed in this damage engine, and he dialed in the one hard while stressed. He's gonna have to do a 2 white straight and bump into his friend.
Bonk. So that's a potential damage there.
It's on hit or crit, right?
That's what I was checking.
On a bump,
Yeah.
it's face down. It's always face down, unless it's a obstacle or unless it's a debris or a proxy mine. Nothing should ever crit you.
I think bomblets can. How dare you forget the bomblet, Will?
I don't think bomblets will do that.
I think they do. I think they do.
Agree to disagree on that.
I agree to look it up. Okay.
All right. Commander Malorus shooting into Namlam here.
Abilities active. And is this cluster missiles? No, there's no target lock out there, right? Oh, there is a lock out there, so we might get a bonus attack. First attack with Malorus ability. We're gonna go ahead and use that target lock. This is going into Namlam. That'll be 2 hits. 2 evades. And the cluster missile bonus attack. Since Sarasu meets the requirements for that missile, and only a single result there, 1 crit, and Sarasu evades easily.
All right, you were right. Bomblets don't, but cluster mines do.
Cluster mines do. That's true. Yeah.
Thermal detonators.
Okay. All right. Well.
And Kylo able to deal 3 damage here. Or excuse me, 3 hits. We got a Sarasu reroll blank to blank.
Oh no. It's gonna be Sarasu taken off the board.
Those defensive rerolls unavailable.
Yeah, those concussion missile rear attacks. So good. Does anybody have any face down cards over there?
That's exactly what I was checking.
Doesn't look like
Namlam does not.
No, none of those people do. They're all healthy.
One hit. Coming in from Namlam. Range 1 into Commander Malorus.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, no crack shot available, unfortunately. I wouldn't have helped anyways. All right, now we're going for this dead Sarasu.
Sarasu strikes back. Can she get it?
So, I mean, do you gonna go for the miracle shot here against Dread?
Not gonna do it. 1 hit.
Yeah, with Sarasu down, that's going to be a 9-point deficit. And Kylo's only worth 6.
Yep. This is ceremonial at best. Sunny Bounder, single hit. Kylo just needs one paint to shrug it off. Does. And that's the game. Congratulations, Eric Nee, for winning the second round of the Malachor Galactic Qualifier. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.